What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Frankiehardworkshow with another video. In this video, I'm seeing something for the past couple of weeks. I'm seeing a trend that's going on the past couple of weeks, and I'm not feeling it. It's basically about this opportunity zone that I talked about with the Nipsey Hussle story. That I definitely stand behind as far as what Nipsey Hussle was doing, right? But I'm seeing a trend that's going on with these opportunity zones, and I think with these opportunity zones, they're trying to make some money off of this opportunity. And I'm going to elaborate what I mean by that. Because I was looking at this Vibe story. Because T.I. and Charlemagne met with the Black Congressional Caucus yesterday. I think either Wednesday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, they met with them talking about opportunity zones, right? And I'm going to get into that in a second. But I was reading this article about the Nipsey Hussle, and it says Nipsey Hussle's Our Opportunity Mission takes shapes on Capitol Hill. Right now, I made a story a couple of weeks ago that was called Nipsey Hussle had a plan to beat gentrification across America. It was about 2 weeks ago. I made a video about that. Go check it out. It's a great video, and I stand behind it. So in that video, I pretty much was talking about how Nipsey Hussle was talking about opportunity zones. And opportunity zones is pretty much where the government allows you to put money in a certain area, which 9 times out of 10 is a black community. And if you revive it and invest money into it, within 10 years, you get tax breaks about it, right? You get tax breaks about it, and they saying it's good for that. So, like I said, most of the time, most people, most wealthy people invest in that plan, right? Most wealthy people invest in that plan, which I believe also caused gentrification. But Nipsey Hussle in this case, in my belief, when I broke the article down, I felt like he was going to flip it because he was going to he wanted to crowdfund with the community, and then he wanted to build a complex, but it was going to be 20% or a little bit more for I forgot what it's called, but I'm gonna get back to it. But yeah, so I was talking about that, and how I felt like, he was, he had a plan that he was going to do this, and he was going to do this across the United States. But I've been seeing a little trend now, being that article came out, and even before, and since Nipsey Hussle death, I see they starting to push a little agenda with this opportunity things, and it's kind of bothering me. And then I noticed that they're doing this with rappers. And you see Nipsey Hussle just passed or whatever, right? And it seemed like they're trying to flip it now, because I felt like they was against it. But now I feel like, you know what, he's out the way. So now we don't have to worry about him trying to help other people. But now we're gonna make opportunities off this now, but we're gonna get rappers to push our agendas. Rappers and famous people. So I'm looking at this Vibe article. Now this is gonna be a long video. I'm gonna let you know now. Probably like 10, 13 minutes, but it's gonna be interesting. So I was looking at this article, and they was basically saying, like, before, Nipsey Hussle on timely death, he had a plan to, do the gentrification thing. That was the article that I was just talking about, that I read about, and Nipsey Hussle had a plan to beat gentrification. But in this article, they also bring up the fact that, and it says now, alongside the Congressional Black Caucus, Charlemagne the God and T.I. joined the meeting on Capitol Hill May 23rd to advocate for a proposal under the Tax Cuts and Job Acts. In a statement published by The Hill, T.I. amplified Hussle legacy. Okay, now, what I want to speak about that is, because I'm going to definitely read some more to this, because it was other articles too. So what I want to say about this is, like, I'm a little wary of what's going on. I don't know if people been noticing, but they've been pushing this opportunity zone thing now. Now, like I said, my belief, I felt like Nipsey had a whole different agenda with his. And like I said, a lot of people weren't like that, so you never know how people felt about that. Now, that's my stance on that. But with this right now, I get a little worried when things start to get pushed by the media so hard, where they try to make something like this positive, and then when they do it, they try to make it sound positive, and then when they do promote it, they use rappers. Now that's the one thing, or rappers are entertainers. Like, that's one thing I have a problem with right there. Now they really pushing this hard now, and that's the thing I'm not really feeling right there. I'm very wary of that. When things like that happen, you got to be careful of that, right? That's just me. You understand? And so it says the program, as described by Hussle's business partner David Gross, sought to place those in proportions of influence in a lane where majority black, like I said, cities could acquire and develop transformative projects. Part of the initiative aimed to place those dollars into the hands of residents. Hussle crowdfunding plan would allow residents ownership stake in projects that were established in their areas. Now that was Nipsey Hussle plan. Now, he had a plan to do crowdfunding. You understand? But my whole thing is this though. They making this agenda to me. I feel like now they trying to bounce off of that. They trying to piggyback off what Nipsey was doing, but to me, I think they trying to use it to their own advantage. And the reason why I feel like that is because it's like they want to make it look like it's okay to do this opportunity zone, so they soften this up with T.I. and Charlemagne, and then with the Nipsey Hussle thing, it kind of like coincided with them, and it worked for them, and they're trying to work it in their favor. Because in actuality, if you heard my last video, I said this is how gentrification happens. This is exactly how gentrification happened while with this opportunity zone. But what Nipsey Hussle was trying to do, he was trying to flip and bounce the whole thing and work it to our favor. That's my belief. And as I was reading that in the other in the video that I got, Nipsey Hussle had a plan to beat gentrification. Go check that out. It's a good video. And I felt like that's how he was doing. But the way I'm seeing it's being pushed and how they having rappers to do it, it's suspect now. Now it's getting real suspect to me because I've been hearing a lot about this lately. Like, I've been hearing a lot about this. So it's a quote right here that says, I was excited when I learned of his interest in opportunity zones, and it saddened me that we will never get to discuss our plans and visions. What the initiative can do will partner with and strengthen Nipsey's already amazing effort. Senator Tim Scott, Republican, South Carolina, said to LA Times. I said that in the other article. Opportunity zones, the bipartisan proposal, also supported by Cory Booker. That's another thing I'm worried, but I'll get back to that. Will offer massive tax breaks to those who plan to assist in revitalizing underserved communities. Now, as far as Cory Booker, I'm from New Jersey. He's from North New Jersey. I'm from Irvington, right there. We neck and neck. So I'm from right there. Now, Cory Booker, he's trying to run for president. This is another reason why I feel like that, but he's trying to run for president, and everything that's popular, you notice he jumps on everything that's popular. With the gay rights situation, with the women, with the anything with women, such and such, everything with gay pride, and there's nothing against gay people or nothing like that. But what I'm saying is, he always jump on the popular thing, but he never do anything. Like, if you know Cory Booker, and I'm from Jersey, like I said, I never hear him push any agenda for black men. That's one thing I don't hear him do. So for him to be one of the leading, he's one of the leading people that's in this, that's leading the charge in this bill. He's one of the leaders in this, and that right there in his own right there is worrisome, and that's just me. Because like I said, Cory Booker, right now he jump on anything that's popular. And when he's jumping up or something like that, I'm definitely kind of wary of that. So I just want to continue to look into this other article that I want to talk about. This other article that I also was reading, and this is the one from the Hill. I guess this is where it actually originated from. So it says T.I. Charlemagne the God advocate for opportunity zones on Capitol Hill, right? So in this article, they pretty much said pretty much the same thing, but they were saying like members of the Congressional Black Caucus were joined by the rapper, actor T.I. and radio host Charlemagne the God while advocating on Capitol Hill Wednesdays for investment in black communities, economics, development, and closing the wage gap. Okay, sounds good, right? The lawmakers and the entertainer praise efforts to create opportunity zones and initiatives established by the Tax Cuts and the Job Act that incentives investments in low-income communities. Now, I want to get back to that because, to me, another thing I want to speak on, I feel like with this opportunity zone, because I was listening to Tone Speaks. I listen to him. He's a good guy. I like his podcast. You should check it out. But he made a good point, and when I was reading this, and I also felt like that too. Like, now it seems like with this opportunity talk now, this reparation talk is getting lost now. Now it seems like it's getting lost now with this opportunity zones, and this is why I'm pretty wary about this, because it's like they pushing it too hard. Because they feel like with the Nipsey thing, with the Nipsey, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, but I feel like they piggybacking off of that to try to soften up the blow. You understand? They going real hard with this opportunity zone. So while it's a good thing for us to try to do something with it and try to see if we can get something out of it, it's also, you also have to be wary about what's going on too, and how they pushing this and how they not talking about reparations no more. Because remember, before, at the beginning of the when everybody was running for president and things of that nature, reparations was the talk. That was one thing they couldn't ignore, right? And then for a minute, you hear them start actually bringing it up in their campaigns, talking about reparations more and more and more and more. But now, since this opportunity zone thing been coming out, and it seems like the reparation talk is not even like it's trying to it's falling back a little bit. So that's one thing I'm worried about. It's crazy because reparations, we definitely owe reparations. I definitely believe that. Like all the money we spend and all of what we went through, slavery, and after that, and what's continued going on, yes, we're definitely owe reparations. I definitely believe that. Right? I definitely believe that. And with reparations, that can close the gap immediately. And they can do it. I mean, think about it. They give out everything anyway. They give out $2 billion for this country, $100 million, $1 billion for this country, 500 million for this country. Anything, they always putting out money for this and this and that. And why can't they set up some fund for reparations as well? They're capable of doing it. They spend money, they make money, and they spend money on military defense. They spend money on they got a budget for everything. They can set a nice budget aside for reparations as well yearly. All right, they can set up with the education, with money, with placement, everything. They can set it aside. They can need to come up with something. So, like I said, it was a nice video. I hope you listen to the whole video because it really is really deep when you hear about them, when you think about it. How they pushing the agenda with this opportunity zone thing now. They're going real hard about it. So you let me know how you feel about this, because this is very interesting to me. Let me know how you feel about this. It's your boy Frankie Hardwork with another story, another thought-provoking story. Let me know how you feel about this. I need you to like, comment, subscribe. Share this story as well, because people need to hear about this. Share this story because people need to hear about this, because I think they're trying to do something right now. I think they're trying to run a Hail Mary on us right now. Either a Hail Mary or they're doing the audible. They're doing the audible right now. I'm telling you. So just holler at your boy. Share it.